Hello everyone and welcome to my first video of this series, and it's going to be quite an interesting one at that. But as you can probably tell, I'm putting out a video and you're probably pretty confused by this, as you thought I'd given up on YouTube and you could have thought I was dead for all you know. But there's a reasoning out on Twitter, well, by the time you will see this video up. And that reasoning is I really wasn't enjoying Football Manager at the time, and I couldn't find any motivation to do it. And I was playing a lot of Foot Champions and FIFA 17, and I was enjoying PlayStation a lot more than my PC and Football Manager, and I didn't want to put out something that I wasn't enjoying, and I didn't want to force myself to make something that wasn't as good as it can be. I'm not saying my videos are top notch, but I'm saying it'd be a lot worse if I didn't want to even upload it. So that's really the only reasoning, but I do want to start fresh, as I've been gone for quite a while, and how better to start fresh but with a new series. And this new series, it's something I've never done. I've never managed in this country. I haven't taken a club quite like this, with an approach quite like I'm doing, and I've started playing a lot more cognitive Football Manager. I'm actually thinking about what I'm doing. I'm trying to get good results with my tactics, and I've been doing fairly well in just saves that I've been playing by myself, and a lot of that is due to playing watching YouTubers play, and some of the people I can attribute to just knowing more tactical knowledge is Troy, my FM Life. I'll leave him down in the description. He's a great YouTuber and he's a pretty nice guy as well. And and also Matthias from Dare FM, he's a great YouTuber. I'll put him down in the description. I've been watching a lot of him and his series Derisa, and he does a really nice job with his tactical approach, and I've used that in actually one of my saves. But in this approach, I'm trying to do something like one of the videos I saw on FM Scout, and really how to develop your own tactic with the players available at the club, and that is exactly what I had to do with how little money I had. The original transfer budget was £162,000. I couldn't bring in a single player. I had to sell one player just to get this much, and we're fine financially. We've got £14 million in the bank, as you can see, but we don't have that much depth in the squad, which scares me. So transfers aren't completely done. I need to bring in a backup right back because we don't have a single player that can play backup right back. And I'll show you the transfers, the little things that they are. Rashawn Fernandez goes out on loan to MVV. At this club, we have a great amount of depth and talented youth players, and this guy looks like he could be a really good right winger in the future to replace Dirk Kuyt. So to get him out on loan and get him some first team football is definitely something I want to do. Then Marko Vujosnic, or however I say that, he's the only person left on a permanent deal for £1.8 million to Basel. He was a lot lower valued before I sold him, but now I'm sure he's probably going to be playing first team for Basel, as you can see. And he wasn't a bad player. There were just too many players in front of him, and I couldn't. I needed a backup right back, so someone had to go, and he seemed like the most sensible option to let go. Dylan Vente went out on loan, a decent center attacking mid and striker in the future, hopefully. Great first touch and dribbling and technique, so probably the center attacking mid role looks better for him if he can improve that passing. But his finishing's not bad, so if we maybe develop the system a bit, he could sit in as a nice false nine. And lastly on loan, Jordi Verman, a Dutch center midfielder. I was actually thinking about not loaning him out. Maybe he could get a game every so often in the cup, but I'd rather have him loaned out and doing good things. And he's got some great tackling, first touch, determined. He's got work rate. His physicals they're actually really not that great, especially with his balance and jumping reach. At only 5'7", that is a little bit worrying for a center midfielder. But I'm hoping to see all these players develop. I have most of them giving me back the match reports, so that will be something I'm interested in. We are training two systems right now, one with a defensive midfielder and one with an attacking midfielder. They're both kind of similar, but in the defensive midfielder role, we're playing structured. We might play this in the Europa League, which we do have this year, and I'm kind of interested to see. But before that, we'll give you a quick team report, and we'll show you the team depth chart. Our top striker is Nicholas Jorgensen, and I'm really excited to see this guy. He's everything you could want in a complete forward. period. 6'3", great heading, good long shots, good passing, good technique, pretty quick, good pace. He can finish, he can dribble, he can do just about anything. He's new to Feyenoord this year from FC Copenhagen, and I think he's going to be a really good player. Dirk Kout's probably going to be our starting right winger this year, playing in that Rudemater role, which I've never used, and I'm excited to see how it works. Really good player, getting old, which is why I'm trying to bring through a new right winger through the academy, a Dutch one, and Steven Bourgeois is on loan, so maybe if we can buy him permanently for next year, that could be something we do. Ajero Elia will be playing out on that left wing, and I think I'm playing him as a winger. He's got incredible dribbling, incredible flair, good technique. He's pretty quick. He's agile, so I'm pretty happy with him all around. And he came to Feyenoord last season, actually. I remember he used to play for Bremen and was an absolute monster in FIFA, but Ajax Academy, so kind of not what you would expect from us. And the player I'm most excited about in this whole series is Tony Trinidad de Vilhena. He's going to be the starting center attacking midfielder, and I'm pretty sure we're going with the attacking midfielder formation today. He is an absolutely phenomenal player. He's already been capped for the Netherlands at the young age of 21 years old. He's a Feyenoord Academy product. Good physicals besides his jumping reach. He's 5'9". He's not a good header of the ball, which is why I want to play him a center attacking mid instead of center mid. And he's got flair, he's got off the ball, he's got work rate, he's got it all, really. And hopefully, no big club is coming with a bid yet, so hopefully that doesn't happen. Toonstra is going to be playing one of the center mid roles. He's a very good Dutch player. He's already 27 years old, so not quite as young as the rest of the squad, but a really good player all around with some great stats. And the other starting center midfielder will be El Hamadi. He's more of a playmaker type. He's got some good attacking stats like great technique, good passing, and those mentals are absolutely outstanding. Lowest being 12 off the ball and 12 positioning and 12 vision. His physicals are also pretty well-rounded. Once again, there's not a great amount of heading in this side in the midfield, which is kind of worrying. Not much height, but there's no budget to really bring anyone in. And when we were playing our defensive mid position, Renato Tapia will be playing. He's a Peruvian defensive mid, can play a playmaker role, a halfback. He's a very good player. Came to Feyenoord last season, and he's young, so I'm hoping he can improve. And we're going to try and play the defensive mid system quite often just to get him some games. Nilom will be the starting left back in this side. Good long throws, which is kind of nice to have. And he's a very average left back, but I can't get anyone else in. His counterpart, Woudenberg, he's also very average at best. But he's a bit younger, so hopefully I can get both of them some game time. Cardsorp, we had a couple bids for him in the summer, but we rejected them all. 21 years old, could be one of the best players at the club. Incredible right back. We're playing him as a fullback on attack, and that teamwork, that tackling, the marking, the acceleration, and incredible stamina will help him hopefully cement his spot here. He might get in the starting lineup, but he's injured for today's Super Cup, so decent looking center back. Good heading, good marking, good tackling, good jumping reach, very tall, good strength. Not much more you can ask for. But the starting center backs for the season are going to be Terence Kongolo, who can just as comfortably play left back, which is good to see. And Sven Van Beek, who I'm more excited about, could be a very good player one day. And I don't know, I like the look of Sven Van Beek. 6'2", plays short, simple passes, which I'm very happy about. And he's should be playing international football fairly soon, I think. Feyenoord Academy product. And our goalkeeper this season is going to be Brad Jones, because Vermeer is injured. He usually is our starting goalkeeper, and he is the best goalkeeper of the club, but he's out for 8 to 9 months with a damaged Achilles. Incredible reflexes on this guy, and good one-on-ones, but we're just going to have to deal without him. And I'll show you the lineup for today. It is going to be this. Jorgensen up top, Elia de Vilhena, Koit, El Hamadi, and Toonstra, with Nalom, Kongolo, Van Beek, Cardsup, and Jones. Here are the instructions. Run control, fluid, normal tempo, play it a little wider, exploit the flanks, close down less, sit slightly higher, and that's pretty much it. We're going to keep it fairly simple. I want to evolve this tactic as we get through. And we're playing in the Super Cup today against PSV. That's kind of, if you don't, I'm assuming it is the Dutch version of kind of the Community Shield. So once we can get into this match, I want to win a trophy here, obviously, but it's also very important to know if our tactic is working. So if we lose, I'm not going to be too upset. And PSV are obviously one of the better sides in the Netherlands, and that's kind of the aim of the series. We're going to be trying to develop as much youth as we can to overcome the likes of Ajax and PSV, who they're bigger than us. I would definitely say at the moment they're a lot bigger of a club. And with some of the additions that we can make, I'm confident that we can definitely come through. And PSV are favorites, not massively, but I don't know betting odds, so they could be massive favorites. But as the pre-match analysis, they are fairly going to be a fairly close game. They're playing Godardo, Luc de Jong, Steven Bergevin. I've heard of most of these players. David Proppe. We'll listen to the assistant. Tackle Jetro Willems hard. I definitely agree with that. He's a great player. And I'm going to say I expect you to come back and win that trophy, and we've got some of the boys motivated. I've just put my coach to have appropriate badges and playing experience for the league. So hopefully they'll obviously get some respect out of the team talk. And here it is. Pasveer hits it into Pereiro for PSV. El Hamadi, proper. Congolo, good. Nalam. He will find El Hamadi. Eligero. Finds Jorgensen, who picked up a slight facial injury, but I'm keeping him on. One of their players has a slight injury as well, but I think a facial injury should be nothing too serious. Terence Congolo wins the header, and he won't find anyone. El Hamadi Toonstra, who's already booked, finds Dirk Kuyt, the Rudemater, to Van Beek. Van Beek to Toonstra. Out wide to Kuyt. Dirk Kuyt, former Liverpool player. Out wide to Karsdorp. Jorgensen, and that's a brilliant header from Jorgensen. This is why I kept this guy on. And if you look at this here, great cross into Jorgensen, who gets up and leaps, hits it to the far post. Godardo, straight from Luc de Jong, Pereiro, and he scores for PSV. He's another person who picked up a slight injury, but he's offside. I wasn't even thinking about that. He definitely was offside now that I think about it. He was literally within 5 meters of the goalkeeper. All right, halftime here, and I definitely want to see... I'm happy with the performance to be beating PSV, who are probably some of the biggest title contenders in the Eredivisie this year. Is definitely something I want to be happy about. And I want to look at this. I want to look at the match stats here. No team is having any clear-cut chances. It's been a pretty boring match. We're keeping a little bit more possession. Our passing's a bit better, which I'm happy about. And we're winning not that many headers as I thought. And let's look at some of the analysis. Hasn't completed a single cross. Karsdorp is running. Toonstra's creating some dribbles. And we're drawing some fouls in the midfield, which is good. But we're also giving away some fouls, so maybe I need to go in here and play with the instructions. We're going to tell them to stay on their feet in here. And we're going to go back to the field and hopefully take home the Super Cup. Here it is, Karsdorp. The first goal started through him too. El Hamadi finds Van Beek. Van Beek seems like he could be a very good ball-playing defender. He seems pretty calm on the ball. Jetro Willems, Vilhena, get it away from Proper. El Hamadi, Toonstra. Both of the center mids are on bookings, which is quite alarming. Jorgensen to Toonstra. Find the right back out there. Karsdorp. But he finds El Hamadi. Elergio Elia finds Jorgensen, who hits it completely wide of the mark. That is a poor finish at best. All right, 60 minutes in here. I want to take off El Hamadi. He's already on a booking, and he's not playing incredibly well. So Vessel Dahmers will come on. He's a decent little player. Young Dutchman could get quite better, to be honest. So I'm looking forward to seeing him. And we'll confirm that and get straight back in. But Pereiro, Guadardo, we haven't even subbed him off. Please don't tell me he's going to get sent off here. I would be livid. Because that happens so much on Football Manager. Nalom, Vilhena, finds Jorgensen. Jorgensen, use a bit of your speed. Finds Toonstra. Toonstra. Finds Dirk Kuyt. Kuyt. El Hamidi. Finds Cards Drop. Cards Drop. Kuyt, and that's a goal. We have surely wrapped up the Super Cup here. Hopefully we don't fall apart defensively. But Dirk Kuyt scores his first goal of the season. And that's a pretty positive highlight. We didn't get a sending off, and we got a second goal here. So something pretty good. Good ball out to Cards Drop. And I'm pretty sure Cards Drop has had a lot of influence in the build-up so far. All right, 70th minute here. I want to make one more sub. Jorgensen will come off for Michael Kramer, who will play him as a target man on support. We're not trying to bomb forward and get too many more goals, so someone to hit the ball into, maybe hold up the play. Here it is. Toonstra takes a free kick and right to Pasveer. I couldn't imagine him ripping in a free kick like that. Never happens on a live comm. Locadia and Cards Drop wins another great ball. He's been the man of the match today. He's got 2 assists on the day, and he's truly been fantastic out there. Dahmers, can he impress me and maybe find a place in the first team? Jaro Elia finds Kuyt across the net, and it is 3-0. This has been a great game from all parties, honestly. All parts of the field, I feel like, are playing very well. The midfield are cleaning up a lot of the mess and distributing the ball well. There's some lag here, but out wide we're getting in a fair few crosses, and we're finishing. Jones will kick it up to Elia. Hopefully that's the end of the match. Or if we want to score another, I wouldn't be too sad about it. Toonstra, he's already on a booking, but Guadardo out to Larson, but that's full time. Here at the Amsterdam Arena, we take it 3-0, and I am very happy about that. I wasn't sure how this tactic was going to play. I was hoping things would work out well, but Cards Drop was my man of the match. Dirk Kuyt played very well also. Nikolai Jorgensen's goal was important, and let's discuss where we're going to come back for the next one. We've obviously won our first trophy with them, so we're pretty happy about it. And we'll look at the schedule here. The next episode, I'm thinking about doing the first game of the Euro Group Stage Cup and an Ajax game. It's a doubleheader. We'll just skip the Heracles game because, no offense, but I don't know that much, and I don't think they're incredible. Maybe we'll go ahead and do a Sparta or NEC game, but I'll see how it goes. But it's definitely going to include a Euro Cup Group Stage game. So if you enjoyed the episode and have any suggestions for the series, please leave it down in the comments down below and smash the like button. Feel free to follow me on Twitter at PlayItWider. I'm fairly active on it. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.